What if you find out that the city you are living in has been ruled by zombies? I am talking about a true story of 2025 that will make you forget to eat and drink after hearing it. If you really love your parent, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Camera pans across a deserted city street. The once bustling metropolis is now silent, shrouded in an unnatural fog. Streetlights flicker, casting ominous shadows. Broken cars and abandoned belongings litter the road. The distant sound of groaning and shuffling footsteps grows louder. It all started with a single bite. No one knew where it came from or how it began, but within days, our city was overrun. What was once home became a nightmare. A young woman, Sarah, peeks through her window blinds. Her eyes are wide with fear as she watches the chaos unfold below. In the background, a radio crackles with static. Radio announcer, "Stay indoors, avoid contact, they are no longer human." Her breathing is shallow. She turns away from the window and moves to lock the door. The camera follows her shaky hands as she slides the bolt into place. Sarah, I have to find a way out before it's too late. The city is alive and bustling. People are laughing, cars honking, vendors shouting. A news bulletin plays on a giant screen in the city square. News anchor, reports of a strange illness spreading rapidly in the downtown area. Authorities are urging caution and recommending citizens stay home. A scientist, Dr. Matthews, is frantically typing on a computer. Behind him, vials of a greenish liquid bubble ominously. Dr. Matthews, this can't be happening, not again. Sarah is packing a backpack with essentials, water bottles, a flashlight, a knife. She hears a thud from the hallway. Her eyes dart to the door. Sarah, stay calm, stay quiet. The door handle jiggles. Sarah backs away slowly, clutching the knife. The door creaks open slightly, revealing a pale, bloodied hand. A zombie stumbles in, its eyes hollow, mouth dripping with blood. Sarah swings the knife, slashing at the zombie's neck. It lets out a guttural growl and lunges at her. She kicks it back, grabs a chair, and smashes it over the zombie's head. The creature collapses, twitching. Sarah, I can't stay here. She moves cautiously, sticking to the shadows. The city is eerily silent, except for the occasional moan of the undead. She sees a group of survivors huddled around a fire in an alley. Sarah, hey, can I join you? Mark, we don't trust strangers. How do we know you're not infected? Sarah, I'm not, I swear. Please, I need help. Mark, all right, but one wrong move and you're out. The group discusses rumors of a safe zone outside the city. They plan to leave at dawn. Tension is high, everyone on edge. Survivor, what if it's just a trap, like last time? Mark, we don't have a choice. Staying here means death. The sun rises, casting a pale light over the city. The group moves quickly, avoiding the main streets. They reach a checkpoint, but it's overrun with zombies. The group fights valiantly, using makeshift weapons. Sarah proves her worth by saving Mark from a zombie attack. They manage to break through, but not without losses. They arrive at a heavily fortified compound. Guards check them for bites before letting them in. Inside, it's a stark contrast to the outside world. Clean, orderly, safe. Guard, welcome to Haven. You're safe now. From the safety of the walls, she watches the smoke rising from the city. Tears well up in her eyes, but she knows she's made it. In the end, survival is all that matters. We lost our city, but not our hope. This is our new beginning, to be continued. In the quiet town of Meadowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, life was serene until the virus came. This is the chilling tale of Laura, a young woman who found herself in the midst of a zombie apocalypse, fighting for survival as the world crumbled around her. Laura Daniels, a 25-year-old biology graduate, lived a simple life in Meadowbrook. She worked at the local library and spent her evenings volunteering at an animal shelter. Her life was routine, but she dreamed of something more, perhaps a job in a big city lab or an adventure abroad. One fateful evening, the town's peace was shattered. Reports surfaced of a strange illness spreading in nearby cities. It started with a fever, followed by intense aggression. Victims would attack anyone in sight, their eyes glazed over with a vacant, predatory stare. Laura first heard about the virus on the news. She dismissed it as another overblown scare. That changed when her best friend, Mia, who worked at the town's hospital, called her in a panic. "They're bringing in patients from the city. Laura, they're not human anymore," Mia whispered over the phone. Later that night, the hospital was overrun. Patients turned on the staff, and within hours, the virus had spread across Meadowbrook. The following morning, Laura awoke to the sound of distant screams and sirens. The once quiet town was in chaos. Zombies roamed the streets, attacking anyone in sight. Laura grabbed her backpack, stuffed it with essentials, water, a flashlight, her father's old hunting knife, and fled her apartment. Her first stop was the animal shelter. She couldn't bear the thought of the animals being left behind. As she reached the shelter, she found Mia there, trying to free the caged animals. "We need to get out of here," Mia said, her eyes wide with fear. Together, they released the animals and took shelter in an abandoned farmhouse on the town's outskirts. The farmhouse became their haven, but it was far from safe. Zombies prowled the area, their guttural growls echoing through the night. Laura and Mia fortified the house, setting traps and barricading windows. They found an old radio and tuned into emergency broadcasts. The government had declared martial law and quarantine zones were established, but Meadowbrook was cut off. Supplies dwindled quickly. One evening, Mia ventured into town for food, but never returned. Laura was left alone, her only companions the howls of the undead outside. Desperation gnawed at Laura, but she refused to give up. One night, while scanning through radio frequencies, she heard a faint transmission. "This is Dr. Harris at the North Ridge Research Facility. We have a safe zone and a possible cure. Survivors, if you can hear this, make your way to us. You're not alone." The facility was over 50 miles away, a treacherous journey through zombie-infested lands, but it was Laura's only hope. With renewed determination, Laura set out at dawn. She armed herself with whatever she could find, makeshift weapons, a map, and a few days' worth of food. The journey was harrowing. She navigated through deserted towns, evading hordes of zombies and scavengers who had turned to violence in their desperation. Along the way, she encountered other survivors. Some were friendly, offering help, while others were hostile, driven mad by the apocalypse. In one town, she saved a young boy named Ethan, who had been hiding in a grocery store. Together, they continued toward North Ridge, finding solace in each other's company. As they neared the research facility, their path was blocked by a massive horde. Laura knew they couldn't fight them all. Using her knowledge of biology, she devised a plan. She and Ethan lured the zombies into a gas station and set it ablaze, creating a fiery distraction that allowed them to slip past unnoticed. When they finally reached North Ridge, they were greeted by Dr. Harris and a small group of scientists and soldiers. The facility was a beacon of hope in a world gone dark. Dr. Harris explained that they had developed a serum that could halt the virus's progression, but they needed more survivors to help distribute it and rebuild society. Laura became a vital part of the community at North Ridge, using her scientific background to assist in refining the cure. She and Ethan became symbols of resilience and hope, reminding everyone that even in the darkest times, humanity could endure. The world had changed, scarred by the outbreak, but with courage and determination, Laura and the other survivors began the long road to recovery. This detailed horror story of Laura's fight against a zombie virus provides suspense, action, and a message of hope, perfect for captivating your audience.